Oh goodness, I really don't know how to start this. But what I do know is that there is a lot to talk about, considering my would-be 6-month hiatus, minus the 2 videos that I just posted recently. I believe like about a month or so, and about 10 days ago when I was at a convention. I will talk about that, but first, let's talk about the elephant in the room, me being gone. Ooh, scary. Oh goodness. So, a lot has, progressed and changed in those 6 months. I've been gone for half a year, now that I'm thinking of it, goddamn, half a year. Ooh, sorry for cursing. I don't know if this is a family-friendly channel or anything anymore. You know, let's go down the list of said things that we are going to be talking about. First thing being whether or not this channel is still going to be alive, and to that I say yes, it is. I am sort of on a rebranding rampage with all of my socials, and including this particular channel. It's the only one that I have. I was thinking about making a new one, but then, you know, I think that would have been a lot more work growing up another following, since I have like 100 people so far. So yeah, if you hear any background noise, I'm in my closet. You know, I just set up this makeshift sound booth, and you know, the washer's right next to the closet. So if you hear any banging, it's just that shit on speed run. It's just going, it's doing its job. So what I'm going to talk about first is the channel and whether or not I am still going to be making art related stuff. To that I say yes, but not in the way that I once wanted to do it. Originally, I wanted to do like little animation memes and like speed paints and such, and right now I'm kind of out of that little phase of doing things. I will still do speed paints, but like animation wise, it's not what I'm focused on right now. I think my 18-year-old self was just really, you know, full and blossom and like engrossed in that type of situation. But me being 21 now, I still love it. I still, you know, go back to it, but it's just like not what I'm into. So that's just like not what I'm gonna do, you know. With that being said, since I am, you know, blossoming into a new person, you know, I blossom into new things and, you know, learning about myself and whatnot. Considering that, I've learned that I should be, you know, focusing on myself a lot more with certain subjects. This in particular, the whole animation, that took a lot out of me. I was, you know, overdoing it with like, you know, drawing the stuff and making sure it got out on time, and I am not a person that does that, what's the word, like, not fully enough, but, you know, I don't plan it out. I did, but like, it wasn't to my best, like, ability for me mentally and physically, because I'd be working in the screen long hours just looking at it, you know, at night, staying up until like 12, sometimes 1 o'clock. My mom would come out the room and be like, hey, you going to bed soon? And I'd just be like, yeah, it's just a couple more minutes. You know, I had people then to like, you know, stay up with me sometimes, but like, I was just so focused on it that like, mentally it was just really draining. Physically it was really draining. I was doing a job and all that. I wasn't going to school at the time, but you know, it was just physically and mentally draining, and that kind of pushed me over the top. I've never done something like that before. I wasn't preparing myself, and I do these things where like I overdo it, you know, like I over exasperate myself, if that's the right way to say it. And so I just, in the end, I just really like, you know, burnt out myself really quickly. And it's like, oh, but you know, you're just starting out, how do you get burnt out? You know, it can be small things, it can be big things. I'm not a trained doctor, but I'm pretty sure if you overdo something for a long time, you know, you hurt yourself. So there's that. And with that comes like the mental health issues. Yay! So after a while, I started going to therapy. I started explaining a lot of stuff to my therapist. And this just isn't just because, I was drawing. Like, oh, I cracked down on drawing once and then, like, I think there's something wrong with me. No. There are a bunch of things that were going on, including with all the drawing, like family issues and whatnot. And it was just taking a real toll on me. So, I started doing therapy. I don't anymore, not because I didn't want to, it was just because the lady who I was talking to, she was pregnant, and I was really happy for her, so I was giving her time. So I think I'm gonna go back to therapy maybe soon, but yeah, there's that. And with therapy comes money, and money wasn't necessarily an issue. It's just that I have a horrible time budgeting. So that was not a key factor, because I'm under an insurance plan, but it was part of it. That and like some horrible like friend issues that were going on, that like when I think about it now, it's just like, what the fuck. But all that encompassed with just like the drawing and me trying to animate my little story times and all that stuff, it just put the cherry on the horrible messed up cake that I baked for myself, along with other components around me. Yeah. But I'll be happy to let you know I'm better now. My situation is it's in the situation, my life right now, from 6 months then to now, it's just within the gradual months up until this point, it's much better. And I can say that wholeheartedly and like fruitfully, and just like happily say that. There is one thing that's just lingering on, but like I think I'm gonna get in a better situation soon with that one part. It's like job related, but other than that, I'm doing well, honestly. I've enrolled back into college, which is pretty interesting, because my whole plan for this whole thing, like the whole channel in general, like the main goal was to like, be the next, the Amazing or Sultan Sketches, or like, Jaden Anderson. I'm not saying that I didn't have the skills, just that I just wasn't as confident. Enough with the self-loathing. But I am going to school for art, and I think that's pretty cool, since like I took a year off for, said thing. My majoring is in studio art, I believe, and then like my minor is in theater, which is pretty interesting. I like always wanted to do acting and stuff like that. It's just like, shy little girl, in the corner. Once in a while she'll blurt out, some stuff, and everybody will be like, oh, what the fuck is she doing? It's just like, oh, well, like my show. So I did do band for a while. I did love band, but like if I had an option to like redo some years and go back, I would do theater just for the experience, just to, see. And then, if I did do theater and probably want to do band, it'd probably be like a never ending cycle. But yes, I am going back to school. I got accepted to a really good college around my area, so I'm very happy about that. I cut my hair into a style that I've wanted for a while, and it looked really good in it. I dyed it too recently, so yeah, I'm just pulling all the stops. I'm making all the changes. I got a tattoo, my first tattoo with my best friend. We have matching tattoos, and I think that is so sick. So dope. He's like the coolest person ever. Maybe one day in the future I will introduce him into the channel. I picked up some new hobbies. I started sewing, which is pretty interesting. I'm like a full-fledged, almost fully encompassed grandma at this point. I'm gonna start getting back into traditional drawing, because like I've been digitally drawing for a while, as you can see from my speed paints and all that, but I did do some traditional drawings a while back. And my biggest thing that one of the biggest hobbies that I'm thinking about going into is sewing, I believe, because I went to my first convention a couple days ago, like a week and a half ago, and let me tell you, that shit was fun. Holy shit. And I'm mad at myself that I've never gone to a convention before then. It was Holiday Matsuri. It was so cool. We planned out a schedule. I dressed up as Steven. Originally it was gonna be Stevani, but I didn't have a wig, and it just probably would have looked weird if I paraded saying, oh yeah, I'm Stevani, but like I look just like Steven, like future Steven and all that. And we went to this huge hotel. I think it's like the Marriott International, I believe. And it was pretty. It was amazing. You know, it's in the Christmas time. You know, the colors and the lights and the trees and everybody dressed up in holiday themed and all that stuff. It was an amazing experience. From like the beginning to the middle, we went to this one situation, this one panel, the maid cafe. Oh, that is a whole different story. Maid cafe and the tuning exams, they just kind of like messed up my experience a little bit. Everything from the maid cafe down was just kind of like but we did go to this tattoo panel, and that was pretty cool. We got some insight on some like anime tattoo artists, and you know, I got to meet a few of them. But yeah, that was pretty cool. But personally, not as cool as meeting one of my favorite artists on YouTube. Absolutely. That was a surreal moment, honestly, because I wasn't expecting her to be there, because I wasn't like expecting, you know, much of anything. I was just expecting to be wowed by like all the art, you know, and all the panels and all that stuff. And she was there. She gave me a hug, only after I cried in her face, because I was just getting really, you know, overwhelmed and emotional. I am such a crybaby. It just hurts. I'm trying. That's one of my things that I'm trying to, you know, fix within 2022. I should have fixed that like maybe 3 years ago. But yeah, she was really cool, really awesome, really sweet. I got some of her merch, some pins. She gave me some free stickers, which was pretty cool. Oh, and I got some stuff there as well. I got like a little elephant, a little plush elephant. I got a sweater and a mask that was Avatar related. I got a pin, a Daisy pin, which is pretty cool. Daisy's my favorite character. And I got a tote bag that has Sokka on one side, Suki on another. Suki's my favorite character. So that was really cool. And from what I can remember, that's all I could get. If there's any more stuff, then maybe I'll put a picture there. But yeah, that whole convention was just really, really, really fun. So with that transitions into something that I wanted to talk about, just in general, for the inevitable change and future of this channel. A shift in content, if you will. Well, be it as it may, that convention opened up my eyes to many possibilities of doing things. I kind of just sat down with myself and I, you know, thought, I have a platform where I can literally do whatever I want, you know, in moderation and, you know, within the monetizable, you know, structure, but still 100% genuinely me without having to stress. You know, and nobody needs stress. So, with that being said, the world of cosplay has kind of opened up my eyes and, you know, kind of opened up my attention to other things. And I'm thinking that, you know, maybe in the future I want to start like doing cosplay, not necessarily regularly, but like on a every 6 month basis, like to go to conventions and stuff and like to dress up and go to like local meetups and stuff like that, because I think that'd be really cool to do, just to like find people that are kind of like you and like talk about the things that you like to do, you know. And I already got people close to me that I do that with, but like I have been in this like state of kind of like panic, kind of like, oh, I don't want to do this because this scares me. Oh, I don't want to do this because, you know, I don't know how other people are going to think of me. Like, who cares? Like, nobody is in the driver's seat, you know, doing your life. You are in that driver's seat and everybody else is in the passenger seat. Like, you know, don't be rude about it unless you want to be rude. Be rude about it. But me personally, I won't be rude about it. But like, I have a life, you know, and I would like to live it and stop living in, you know, constant fear of like thinking about what other people are doing. There have been very close friends of mine who have just told me to just like fuck it, you know, fuck it and just do it. Like, who's gonna stop you? Your mom? I mean, possibly, but who else? Honestly, because like they are not you. You get to live your life. So that's what I am gonna do. And I'm finally gonna take advice from people who I should have taken advice from a long time ago. So the ones who know, thank you for, you know, always encouraging me, because like if without you I'd probably just still be stuck in my bed doing nothing. This is a very big stepping stone for me, and like, you know, I'm scared, but I'm also kind of happy to see what happens, you know. It's a new year, you know, people start off fresh. It's literally about to be what, 2-3 days before 2022. So yeah, that is something that I am going to do wholeheartedly, hopefully, if I don't freaking chicken out. Another thing that I've like really wanted to do since I was a certain age, I think maybe around like 15, 16, is voice acting. You know, I have a mic, I got a well-rounded computer, you know, I got a space where I can talk. You know, why not? I think I'm pretty versatile. I make a lot of funny noises, you know, around people that I know. And, you know, I just feel like there is talent somewhere within me that I would really like to share. And I would just hate to have, like, wasted potential. I think that's is that Drake? I don't fucking know. But, you know, voice acting is something that I think has been really cool. It's very popular, you know, with anime, you know, cartoons, TV, you know, voiceovers, commercials, all that. Who wouldn't want to do that? But at the same time, I heard it's very interesting and like kind of not impossible, but just a hard thing to get into. But everything's hard, you know. I shouldn't have to be deterred by things just because there's a slapped on label that says undefinable, extremely, inevitably hard, you know. I should take more challenges. You know, you should take more challenges. Things and stuff is not always easy. You know, there are always going to be challenges. So, like, just, you know, what is the worst thing? That is what I'm going to tell myself. What is the worst thing that is going to happen? You know, you fumble, you fall down, you scrape a knee, you bust a skull open. But you get back up, you know, and as long as you get back up, there is nothing that, you know, you can't do. There's one more thing I want to talk about before I end the video. I guess it's just more of like a community thing. Since I am a small channel, you know, hoping to grow one day, my presence, specifically how I, you know, look in, you know, the area around me, I am predominantly a Hispanic Black person. So I think more than anything with this channel, I just kind of want to represent that kind of mixture of Hispanic and, like, you know, Black representation, just being me. You know, I have a lot of creators that I look up to. If I ever, you know, get to a point where, like, I have a huge following, I want to be able to be that kind of source of, like, happiness for little, you know, girls and boys, of like that type of situation where you know, you feel like you're too Black to be white, too white to be Black, not Hispanic enough, because, you know, I've not always been told that, but it's just like you kind of feel it, you know. And for those who aren't in that same situation, I guess it's like you can kind of feel it, like you're more close to one side of the family than the other, but then even then you don't even feel that close, if that makes sense, you know. So I just want to be a beacon of kind of like empowerment, you know. And it doesn't necessarily have to be like a whole race situation, but I just want to be something to someone, to be there for somebody, you know, like they get home in a really bad day and then like they see one of my videos and it's just like, you know, they comment, oh my god, you know, like this really helped me. That would mean like the world to me if I ever got something like that. But yeah, I guess I just want to be a beacon for, you know, young people or old people, anybody honestly who watches. So yeah, to recap, no more animation, just drawing, you know. I will every now and again possibly do like a mini animation or something, but that's something that I really have to think about if I really want to do that. Just more speed paints, if anything, maybe traditional drawing, Inktober's possibly, you know. I want to start doing things that are comfortable for me, you know, things that I know that like when I actually put it out, I won't have to worry about whether or not it'll be good or not. It would just be what I would love to do and what I would love to share to people, you know, be more confident and stuff like that. Going to school, you know, possibly acting and all that stuff. Yeah, I'm taking acting classes. Shoot, I forgot to say that. So I'm fine lining on my minor more than my major, because my major has online classes and I wanted to go to school, you know, to actually learn. So that's what I'm gonna do. So yeah, school, you know, got a new hair, got new tattoo, feeling a little good about my attitude and all that stuff. Just starting off kind of fresh. And I feel like that's poetic, very, very poetic for the new year. And, you know, I hope that I will get to see some, if not all of you, with me on that situation. My starter station. It's fucking corny as shit. But yeah, I'm just starting off fresh, doing beginner stuff, beginner's guide to everything. Beginner's guide to cosplay, to like, you know, maybe do food reviews and stuff like that. You know, just fun, simple stuff that I've been wanting to do for a while, but just kind of caved myself in up until now. But let me check my notes. The notes checked out fine. I'm not missing anything. But yeah, thank you for listening for this long. How long has it been? God damn. Oh, 21 minutes. Goodness gracious. I'll keep it, honestly. That's just me. That's 100% me. There might be a couple cuts. The air probably might sound a little weird in the background, but you know, I'll just keep it there. Thank you for listening. And I will hopefully maybe have another video out. I start school on the 10th, so that's a week and some change away. No, but last time, thank you. I hope to see you in my next video. Have a safe, belated Christmas, and have a happy New Year. Thank you so much. Goodbye. P.S. Go watch Encanto. Camilo Supremacy. Okay, bye.